Welcome to Langley Park School for Girls virtual sixth form open evening. We're really sorry that we aren't able to meet you in person. It's much easier to convey to you what we're about and what we have to offer you in person, but I hope that the various talks and the information and the tour that is available on our website gives you a little bit of a flavour of the opportunities that are open to you. We obviously hope that in the new year things will be different and we will be able to have our events in the spring that we always have in person, but of course we await government guidance around that. We look forward to the sixth form open evening because it's such a joy to meet young, motivated people who are trying to make the right decisions for them. As educators, that's why we become teachers. We want to help shape young people's lives. We want to give them the information so that they make the right choices for themselves. There's excellent sixth form provision in Bromley and in neighbouring boroughs, and therefore the decision is a difficult one. What is going to be the right provision for you for your last 2 years before you go to university, or you undertake an apprenticeship, or you go into the workplace? When people ask me to describe what we have to offer, in short, I describe our sixth form as a place that is very academic. It is full of young people who are motivated, who are ambitious, who are aspirational. It's a very calm and safe environment. The school as a whole is a very purposeful place. Teachers enjoy teaching here, students enjoy learning here. It's a dynamic environment. We're always looking to find ways to make learning more effective, to make the experience of being a young person at our school more rewarding, more engaging, more empowering. It's an inclusive environment, one in which people feel safe, they feel happy, and they feel celebrated, regardless of their background, regardless of their starting points, regardless of what their ambition is for their future lives. In making the decision about which sixth form to go to, it's important to ask yourself a number of questions, and I hope that by addressing these questions, it will give you a flavour of what our school is about. The first question I would ask yourself is, will you be successful at the LPGS sixth form? I would say that the answer to that is almost certainly yes. Our academic outcomes have improved year on year, and they are now in the top 5% of the country. Sixth form student outcomes are judged on something called an ALPS scale that runs from 1 to 9. In 2019 we achieved an ALPS score of a 2, and last year we achieved an ALPS score of a 1, the very highest that you can. So we know that what we do with students works so that they can get the very best grades that they can, so that they have the widest possible choices for their post-sixth form life. The next question is, how are you going to be supported to achieve that? And this is where we differ from some other sixth form provision. Results aren't guaranteed. They don't happen just by virtue of attending this school. The hard work has to be put in by the young people. However, we work very hard to support you in making that transition from a Year 11 student into a far more independent learner that you need to become to be successful in A-levels and then, of course, in later life and at university. So in addition to your taught lessons by your subject teachers, we also have independent learning periods where you have to be in school and studying, and then we have guided learning periods where you have to be in school studying, but you are supervised by a teacher. We believe that it's important that we have these 3 different strands of learning because we need you to get into the good habits for self-study, and sometimes it is difficult to make that transition from being in class full-time with a teacher to having an awful lot of your study time done independently. We also have support teachers attached to the sixth form, so if there are particular learning needs, you can receive support with those. We also employ a number of graduate tutors, so people who've just graduated from some of the best universities in the country, and they work with our sixth form to help them develop the skills they need to be successful at A-level and also at university. So for example, those that are doing subjects such as English, history and politics, who are learning to write A-level standard essays, the graduate tutors can provide support in helping you write essay plans and complete first drafts of essays. Students who are studying science subjects and maths, our graduate tutors can provide one-to-one and small group work on the topics or areas that students are finding most challenging. In addition to that, we group our students into tutor groups of according to their subject areas, so that if you were studying, for example, biology, chemistry and maths, you would have a science or a maths teacher as your form tutor, so that there is extra support made available to you, but also the study skills that are taught through tutor time are particular to your academic subjects. The next question I would ask of any sixth form is how am I going to be supported in making the choices about what happens after sixth form? Because obviously your level 3 study, be that BTEC or other vocational subjects or A-level, are all to help you move to that next destination. And most young people, when they're making applications to sixth form, simply don't know what it is that they want to do. And that can sometimes be a source of stress. So we believe it's very important to give you lots of support in making those next decisions. We've got a comprehensive programme to support you applying to university through UCAS or the alternatives of apprenticeship or employment. We have a full-time careers advisor available to students. We also have a UCAS guidance person who works in the sixth form to make sure that the personal statements that are written off are of the very highest quality, and also to ensure that students are really taken through the choices that are available to them. In addition to that, we have a number of special programmes for students who have ambitions for Oxbridge and also for medicine. In fact, one of our biology teachers was a trauma surgeon in the NHS, and he helps to prepare our medics for their assessments and their applications. The final question that I would pose to any sixth form provision is, how are they going to help you develop as a person to become the person that you should become? We are a school sixth form, so we expect our sixth formers to be the role models to our younger students. We also ask a huge amount of our sixth formers because we believe that by giving young people positions of responsibility, student leadership positions, prefect roles, we can not only help those young people become the better version of themselves that they can be, but also because it helps us to run the school to be the best version that it can be. That student voice, that student input is really very essential to us. We have a wide range of enrichment opportunities because we believe that your sixth form experience should be one that is fun. We will send you out into London on a treasure hunt in your induction week with groups of students that you hopefully will get to know better. We are planning an annual sixth form camping trip in the summer, and there are various trips abroad that you can get involved in through World Challenge. We have social action prefects as well as charity prefects, we have house prefects, and we really do want young people to raise the profile of the issues of the day that young people should be informed about. Our school ethos is very much about empowering young people. We want you to have the qualifications so that you have the choices that you want to have, but we want you to develop the characteristics that mean you take full advantage of those opportunities. But equally important, we want you to go out into the world with values of which we can be proud. We want you to be determined to tackle the injustices that we see, and we want you to go to be tomorrow's leaders so that you can help make not just our society but the world a better place.